Bro, I love doing this shit.
Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nadj N Jea is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware swag.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody.
It's Monday, President's Day, and we're back. So you want to give everybody a little heads up about what we're talking about today?
A heads up?
A little well, give them the heads up, then we'll give them the rest of the heads up.
Give you a heads up.
Yes.
Well, today we're going to talk about a lot. Before we really get into it, I have to do this because there's really no place to put this, but condolences to the William Penn High School community. A student was killed on Friday in Chester from a gunshot wound. I haven't found any details on who the student is. William Penn put out a statement today, and babies. That's all I think about is these are babies. Again, I don't know the details. I will be checking in to see, what happened, and I'm sure William Penn will release once the family approves who the child was. But anytime we're talking about the loss of a child, of a teenager, a baby, it's never easy, and it's never the conversation you want to have. So hug your babies tight. Let them know you love them. So sending condolences. It's still Black History Month.
Yeah. What are they getting from the top of the show, though? Okay.
Okay.
So all the
we
things.
Want to talk about,
give a little heads up.
Okay, so
yeah.
We had a Delaware designer who was at New York Fashion Week, who has her eye on Philadelphia Fashion Week or Philly Fashion Week. We're going to be talking about Restaurant Week in Old Newcastle. Listen, they got some deals coming up for the hungry, but who working on a budget. And then we're also going to talk about what's happening in the Wilmington property assessments. This is a big deal, so make sure you're tuning in for that.
It is. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the hair. I know you have things to say. I know that we have a duty to shout out the man responsible for his artwork. Plus, he hooked up my daughter. So why don't you just go ahead and give the people, what they need to know?
So Quinn was doing his thing, okay? Beautifying the masses. Lil Ray got her first blowout.
Should I show that now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right,
and she looked fabulous.
So this is what Quinn did for my daughter. And we'll talk about this a little bit more too. But she has wavy hair. Not as wavy as mine. It's not curly, but she has a nice wave to it. And, Quinn decided, and they both decided that it was time for her hair to get its first blowout. Is that how you say it? So she got that. And this is it from the back. It looks really good. And she's been super excited about it. Like she definitely felt like, she was a glamour girl.
Baby's first blowout.
It was. Somebody made a comment under Lisa saying that they thought we were talking about a diaper, which was really funny. But yeah.
Oh, God.
So Quinn hooked my daughter up, and he's actually worked on me a couple times too. And Lisa, yeah, for sure.
He hooked up the whole family.
Yeah.
Okay?
The point that I'm trying to make before we get into your, artwork is that he can do any kind of hair. That's the main thing. So go ahead.
So Quinn calls me and says, no, he texts me, what are you doing at 3:00 on Monday? I said, what do I need to be doing? Showing up to the salon.
Yeah.
Okay. He said, can you be here at 2:30? I could be there at 1. What you mean? Like, whatever you need, I'm going to be there. And he didn't tell me what he was going to do. I just knew I had to show up with my hair.
Now, what did he do?
He colored it.
Okay.
Fixed my roots.
Okay.
And
now, when you fixed the roots, what did he fix? Like, what was broken about them? I'm not trying to be
They were
shady
their
either.
natural color.
Oh, so when you fix them, he's just bringing it back to it. He's coloring them.
He's colored.
When you say fix, I don't know. It's like a something.
Yes,
okay,
he colored
gotcha.
my roots. Add a little pop,
Okay.
little something.
How long did it take today?
Long.
Okay.
Long enough.
Cool.
Long
Well,
enough.
looks great. Quinn, you're still the man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sarah was there. Sarah Crawford
nice.
was there.
Yeah.
We were cracking, like we were sitting next to each other in the shampoo
You
bowls.
should have gone live.
Child,
Are you kidding
my
me?
phone was dying.
Oh,
but,
fine.
And let me tell you, she kept saying, Quinn, I can't be in class with her. She got to go.
No, I wouldn't
was a
approve that.
mess.
I would not approve that at all.
But thank you, Quinny. I love you so much.
Yeah.
And we have a photo shoot this weekend, so make sure you guys check out the photos. Hold on. Here we go. So, some wild moments from this weekend. Jay took everybody to church. Okay? I took him to church, and then he took us to church. Oh, we gonna talk about it.
Oh, no.
Listen.
You can't just throw things at me.
Listen. I know that he, he be acting all tough with his motorcycle and his gun.
Jesus was tough.
And his beard, his long hair, Mr. Rockstar.
Jesus was a rebel.
Activist. But let me tell you something. The church boy came out. He was running around the church. Okay? Just, what you sing? What was it?
I got a crown up in the kingdom.
He had them
good
clapping,
news.
stomping. Pastor was getting up like this. I was like, I didn't bring you here for this.
But you did bring me here for that.
This is my church.
But what did you bring me here for if it wasn't for that?
So when we got there, we were in rehearsal to go over his song. And if you go to a black church, if they know you can sing, there is no, like, you're going to sing. Like,
right.
Get your tail up there and sing. They gave him a solo to a song as soon as he walked in. And then he went and did the solo and tore up the church before they even knew who he was. They saw this random light-skinned, Jesus-looking man
but see, that's
at the
thing.
front of the church.
But that's the thing. Because of how I present, it's all the more important that I deliver, because it's always like, this little light-skinned boy with this long hair,
Listen,
ain't no way he gonna sing right. But go ahead.
Jesus turned
go
water
ahead, baby.
into wine, and Jay
Listen.
turned his sin into saving.
Listen, my
Look
grandmother did the best that she could to raise me in Shiloh Baptist Church. I went to
Listen,
Vacation
Shiloh
Bible
came
School.
out. Vacation Bible School came out. The only thing that was missing,
man.
only thing was you reciting scripture and say, "Can I get an amen?" Look at your neighbor. Like, that's the only thing missing.
Well, I'll say, I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but I really enjoy myself because it's not a space that I get to work in often. And, I have no problem saying that I definitely need to bring myself and my family to church more. So I appreciate the invite. What's the name of the church again?
Bethel Community Church of Pottstown.
It was a really nice church. And I've also said, I have a very good spidey sense for pimp preachers. And this place was the opposite of that. It had the exact right vibe that I would want to be at. And I'm not just selling it. Like, if I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't have a good experience, and I did. So I appreciate the invite. Yeah.
We also made friends with some deers that were outside of the
We'll
church.
post that video.
Yes, we'll post that video. I tried to
You
sing
made
to
friends.
them.
Yeah.
I tried to sing to them. It didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was trying to have a business conversation with Jay and get away with something. And I didn't get away with it. He immediately knew what was happening in that moment and embarrassed me and violated me. And
so you want me to, or you want to?
He calls me.
You keep bringing up things I didn't think we were going to talk about on the air, but I'm here for it.
So I called him for a business conversation. Like, I kept it real cool. Like, I was good. You couldn't tell nothing. And then he said something to me, and the pause was just a little too long.
So I am on the phone, and we're trying to figure out some things that need to be figured out for this show, plus some things that we need. And she makes a simple comment like, what was the comment? She's like, so let me tell you something. And then there was this, like, watch. So let me tell you something. I was like, are you pooping? And then there was more silence because she was caught. She was caught brown-handed. And at that point, everything got awkward. And she's like, I'm going to call you back later. But for everyone to know, I caught Nadj pooping on the phone. That 15 seconds was.
So y'all can't say I'm not dedicated. No, your exact words were. His exact words were. I think there was some squeezing happening.
I can't believe you're telling the story.
I felt so violated.
I saw you, and
I'm
I
telling
know
it.
because I've done it myself. I know that. Like I'll be talking to people, and I'll be like, and you just lose yourself in the moment for a second, and you try to come back. But I'm savvy. You know what I'm saying?
I was so violated. Like, how did he know? I thought I was good. I've done this too many times for me to get caught.
That speech pattern didn't make any sense. You can't just have a random. Did the phone go out? Something, because it was dead silent. And normally you hear something change in the air, like if it's a phone goes dead. But it was, you heard the room the whole time. The room didn't change, but it was silent. So either I don't like, yeah. So I put two and two together.
I am dedicated to Nadj N Jea. Woo! All right. So
do we have flowers for this week?
Yes, we do.
Okay, cool,
we have
cool,
a lot. So Jaquan, our artist friend, got engaged this weekend.
Congratulations,
Woo!
brother.
Listen, we can sing for the wedding. Okay, just let us know. Okay, calm. So, congratulations. Also, congratulations to Del Scott of Del Scott Collection, who is a fashion designer from Delaware. Who
We have to get her on the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
New York Fashion Week.
Like, we're going to reach out to you this week if by chance you've been seeing this.
Go on DelawareBlack.com.
And if anybody gets her on before us, it's because they heard this and they're jacking our idea. But go ahead.
Go to DelawareBlack.com, and they have highlighted her. And there are several pictures of her designs, which are absolutely gorgeous. And we know there are a lot of people, a lot of folk in Delaware who are fashionably inclined. So this is definitely someone you want to keep an eye out on. Are you pulling up the picture?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
So yeah, so that's the post from DelawareBlack.com. If you haven't followed DelawareBlack.com, make sure you do. Because they have been doing a wonderful job of posting all of the achievements and funny things and all the things.
No, I think it's a great. You should follow them for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, Steph the Light has been doing a lot of the features lately, and she's really awesome.
Yeah.
She's been doing like a Black History tribute.
Listen, I don't have any problem saying there are a lot of gaps in the statewide media coverage, and they are picking up a large part of things that wouldn't normally get covered. We're trying to do our part and be a little more holistic, but like I love the fact that they are DelawareBlack.com. So watch what they're doing, because what they're doing is important and good.
Very.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Yolanda Parsons, Ms. Yola, for being selected as one of the honorees for the Her Story, Our Story event.
She shared our intro.
Celebrating women in business and change makers in the community, hosted by the WBC. And you guys know the director of the WBC is Sarah Crawford. So, congratulations
the World
to
Boxing Coalition. Go ahead. That's what I think. I hear WBC.
No, Women Business Center.
That's also a
Congratulations to all the honorees. And I can't wait till Crab Cravers is back in Miami, baby, because this summer.
Tax season, baby.
Did I ever tell you about the time I tried to cook crabs? I bought them alive and realized when I got home that they were alive.
We did talk about that on the air, actually.
I talked about it today. I'm still traumatized. Adam Blackstone, again, because I didn't even know. We didn't mention this, but he was the mastermind behind the Rihanna halftime show. All the band, like the music and everything, the mashup, all that was Adam Blackstone from Middletown. Like,
and we're going to talk about this a lot, I think, over the course of this show in particular. So I don't like. They're going to be along with him. We just talked about Del Scott.
Yes.
Like, there are so many people who are doing world-class work from Delaware.
Yes.
And again, do what you need to do. Go where you need to go. If you haven't ever left the state, I really think you should leave, because I have, and it made it did me well. But you do not have to leave here to find success. And I want people who are capable of high quality work to stay here, because I want our place to be dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
McClung.
Yes. Hold on. Let me get the boys dumped up here. Go ahead.
The Delaware Bluecoats.
Yes.
Who was accepted by Black Twitter. He passed on all the across the board.
Yeah, he was well vetted and,
yes.
and passed all the
And
vetting.
he passed. He's invited to the cookout, as one Twitter member stated. Congratulations to him.
Yep. And I think he put the nail in the coffin about the idea that white men can't jump. You know what I'm saying? Because that boy jump. He's only 6'2".
He got hacked.
But what's cool about it, like, listen.
He's what?
What?
He's only 16?
6'2". 6'2".
Oh, I'm like 16.
No. He's only 6'2". So
Okay.
what I love about him specifically is that he's one of those people, because there's certain athletes like, okay, that is an athlete. Like that dude is a basketball, football, something. But if you look at him, he just looks like a normal dude who's on the tall side, but he's not like wildly athletic looking. In his face, he just looks like a normal dude.
Yeah.
And he's on the, listen, if you're on the G League, you can ball. There's no doubt about it. But there's a significant difference between pay for sure. Yeah. So now you have this totally normal guy who just gets literally jumped into the spotlight.
Right.
And is getting a whole lot of exposure right now. And I love it. I'm not even like I'm not going to even front like I'm some giant, Blue Coats fan. Like I watch all the games. But, the guy blew up and we're catching it and it's like really cool to see. That's all I have to say about it, you know? It's dope.
Congrats to him. Flowers to him.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Elizay, Marshall Carter.
What's that about? What's the song? Okay. I like that, but I don't know what it was for, but I liked it.
I can't sing the birthday song 3 times and I didn't want to sing it because I feel like that's so basic. So I wanted to give everybody their own little name tune.
Okay. I support it.
Congratulations and flowers to Dr. Lynette Overby and Hassan El Hameen, who put on a brilliant show that I was a part of this past week called Sweet Blackness, Black Dance in Cinema. It was a unique... SUITE. That's the play on the words. Sweet Blackness. I think it's important to say. It was dope. Yeah. Unique and exciting theatrical experience that celebrates the powerful social and historical impact of black dance in film. When I tell you this production was so, it was emotional, it was educational, it was entertaining, it was exhilarating. I didn't know what I was walking into, but I'm so glad that I was called to be a part of it. I sang Home as a part of the Wiz section.
I'm pretty sure that Ashley brought you in because she saw your awesome dance performance at the Dancing with the Stars. No? Okay.
But yes, it was a wonderful production. I got to be a part of a production with Miss Ray Avery. The dancers, God, they were so good. They had me thinking that I was backstage doing it, and Lord knows I was not.
One of the cool things about doing our show is that we've been getting ourselves exposed to things that we're normally not really exposed to, and I think we already talked about it a little bit, but I have in as much as I'm never going to be a dancer, we understand the importance of it.
Yes.
And we have a genuine interest in learning more about it at this point.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that.
What I can say for sure, me and Jay are going to definitely take a deep dive into dance and the history of dance and black people, because this show, I've been around dancers. I've been to a few dance classes. I've seen
you dance
productions.
with the stars. You did a choreographed. You did a choreographed modern dance.
This gave me a new appreciation and understanding of what dance means to people, and I'm really looking forward to really growing and learning more about dance and its different facets and genres and all of those things. So thank you all for putting this on, but also educating me and having me be a part of it.
Yeah.
What is going on in Delaware?
I like these new songs you're just making up today. It's really funny. You don't normally do this, but I support it.
I'm feeling a little sing-songy.
All right, go ahead.
I'm feeling a little sing-songy today.
All right, sing it.
So like I said at the top of this show, this week is Historic Newcastle Restaurant Week.
Hold tight.
Okay? So from February 22nd to February 26th, you got Jessup's Tavern, Mercury Cafe and Tea House, New Orleans French Quarter Bistro, Portofino Pizza and Restaurant, Zali's Jazz. How do you say that word?
I don't know. I can't see the word.
Cucina.
Cucina.
Cucina. Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say it wrong and be like
Kutchina.
Susina. Sukina. And then you have lunch. So that was for dinner. For lunch, you have February 24th through the 26th. And y'all can read all them. And you want to know, if you want to know anything more on how much everything is, you can go to historicnewcastle.com. From what it's looking like, the meals are priced at $30 per person. Gratuity is not included. So go get yourself a good meal.
And go and support quality restaurants because
Yes.
that's still, as far as I understand, everyone is still very much struggling. And, you know, if we want our state to be the place that we know it can be, it's important that quality places stay alive. So
Yeah.
if you have some spare change, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, at this
Go
point,
support these
the
restaurants.
way inflation has happened, you would spend the same at Mickey D's that you would at one of these places. So go ahead and get you a real meal.
Yeah, I saw an article today, I think it was on Delaware Online, where they're saying a lot of restaurants are moving to prefix because it's allowing them to sort of control cost. And, you know, everyone's struggling. So
Yeah.
get out there and support these quality restaurants because
Yes.
food that's my happy place. But yeah.
A Thursday at the Wilmington Library from 6 to 7 p.m. You've got Slick Rick.
Wait, which one is this?
Slick Rick at
Okay.
the Wilmington Library.
That's a different one. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
So make sure you guys get there early because the last few sessions, the line has been around the block. And
Lottie-dottie.
they do not.
They like to party. They don't cause trouble. They don't bother nobody. What?
People ain't playing. Okay, so have your tent, have your sleeping bag, and your thermos with your soup in it ready because you ain't gonna get a seat, and they denying people. So
Yeah.
then Friday, celebrating Black History Month, a free community event, storytelling, drumming circle, crafts, soul food tasting
Bang.
from 6 to 8 p.m. And this will be at 1139 West 7th Street. If you want to know more information, you can email slove@westsidegrows.org. And again, all of these can be found on Facebook events. Saturday, you have Save the Date, February 25th, Wilmington Public Library, Spending Black Matters
Hold on.
Marketplace.
Hold on. Go slow down for me because I didn't catch all these things. Yeah, take it easy. All right,
Free
go ahead.
to the public with an RSVP. The annual Spending Black Matter Marketplace from 12 to 6 p.m. This year's Marketplace will feature over 20 vendors, live musical performance, workshops, guest speakers, and more. So make sure you guys go and support. This is free. I think everything is free.
Except for the food.
Except for the food.
Not the food.
Not the food.
Yeah.
But if y'all want to give me a plate, just let me know. Just hit me up in my DMs. And then Sunday, Trap and Paint.
Yep.
Trap and Paint, February 26th, 5 to 8 p.m., $35. Vendor spaces available for $25 per space. And this is at 205 North Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware. And that is what is going on
All right.
in Delaware.
All right.
All right.
He's just staring at me.
I was waiting for him to say something dumb.
No.
Okay. What's going on in the news?
A lot.
So I mentioned it earlier, the Wilmington's property reassessments. The Chancery of the Court case over the fairness of school funding using property assessments resulted in a vice chancellor ordering that a reassessment be completed. This will be done by Tyler Technologies. Basically, these people are going to be coming to your house and asking you questions and looking at it. So clean them basements, mop that kitchen, make sure you fix them holes in the wall.
And make sure you get a second opinion.
Yes.
Quite frankly, because that's the main thing. Because
Yes.
my immediate concern is that they're going to undervalue properties. Not that I don't trust the company. I don't know the company.
You don't
I have
know
no
Tyler.
expert, and that's not what I'm saying. But as a black person and as someone, listen, anyone who is in a low economic bracket should be very careful that
Yeah.
they aren't undervalued.
Yes.
Because, you know, it's extremely important that we understand our value in every way. And God forbid you're in a house that's worth several $100,000 more than someone assesses it for.
Yeah.
Because you might want to hold on to the house, number one. And you might want to, you know, sell it and get the return that you deserve. So it's just,
Right.
it's really important that you have some knowledge about what your space really is worth.
Right. Also, make sure that you're asking for proper identification. Don't just let anybody up in your house. Because that's a thing, too. People will fake you out and do bad things. So, the Freeman's Arts Pavilion in Selbyville, Delaware. Selbyville.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They just
notice
announced,
how we're shouting out places that are all the way. You know
and
what I'm
best
saying?
believe we about to drive down
it's
there.
important. One of the
Okay.
things that we want to do is bridge these gaps. But go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
They just announced some of the list of performances for this year. They will have a production of the Magic School Bus, which sounds so interesting because I loved the Magic School Bus. I was like, I could be a blood cell.
That's funny.
Darius Rucker, Jason Mraz, Trombone Shorty. He was at
Trombone Shorty's a bad man.
He was at Clifford Brown.
Yeah. Where you at?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's been in Wilmington a lot, though. He has a lot of connections to Wilmington.
So the Joshua M. Freeman Foundation is a 501c nonprofit organization established in 2007 to honor Josh Freeman, the former chair of the Carl M. Freeman Companies, after his untimely death in December of 2006. The foundation seeks to honor Josh's passion and commitment to excellence by creating programs he would have been proud of. So if you want to learn more about the Freeman's Arts Pavilion in Selbyville, go to freemansarts.org. I'm excited because I didn't even know that was a thing down there. And I've been talking to a lot of people in the arts from downstate, and there are so many theaters. There are so many.
And beautiful theaters.
Yes.
Not just theaters, but like really beautiful spaces, you
with
know?
artists that are actually doing like big productions, and I feel like we're missing out. So
yes,
this
and we're too small of a state and too small of a city for these things to not be, you know, everyone should be supporting each other as much as possible. I understand that Selbyville is far, but we should know what's going on in the very least.
Where is Selbyville?
South, I don't know.
But like, oh, you know, okay.
I mean, I can't really explain on
Is
that.
Is it near the beach?
No, well, I think it might be even further south. Like it's not near the beach.
Okay.
It's more west. I'm pretty sure. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, Selbyville, we're coming to see you.
Yeah.
And J.P. Morgan got cash. They're gonna be throwing kids' ass to everybody. Delaware State University will receive $709,000 over 3 years to develop a new part-time evening associate degree program in early childhood education. Code Differently will receive $500,000. LEAP will receive $410,000. Zip Code Wilmington will receive $160,000. So, for the people that work there, this will be the time to ask for a raise because you know they're getting some money coming in. But aside from that, this is great. J.P. Morgan is like, listen, we wanna help with the workforce. We wanna build bridges and seal up gaps, and this is what you do with some cash. All right, the hype. Easter is around the corner, and I think this is the time. I've never asked y'all for nothing. The Easter egg Reese cups.
Hold on.
You
gotta go slow on me. You gotta let me know. You can easy.
This was me letting you know.
Yeah, but
the Easter egg Reese cups.
Yeah.
They are back, and if I never ask you for anything, this is the one thing. Though I'm obsessed with them. It's different than the Reese's Pieces Christmas trees.
I do feel like it's not fair for you to talk about you don't like basic when you're asking for that, but keep going.
It's different than the hearts. It's different than the pumpkin. The egg, the chocolate to peanut butter ratio.
Yeah.
That you get. Excuse me. Is nothing compares. So, if you feel so inclined, I will tell you where to send the egg or where you can meet me. Okay? Because I'm going to be buying them left and right. But if you want to give to someone who is in need, me, please just call me. All right.
You can't buy your own Reese cup?
I can, but I can't afford the factory. So if anybody is feeling like, at least it's not going to cost as much as regular eggs. I just want a little chocolate peanut butter egg. That's it.
All right.
That's it. Y'all, I'll even take a picture of me eating the egg and send it to you. So y'all, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
You're terrible. They're my favorite. So Meta, the parent of Facebook and Instagram, is about to start charging y'all for verification.
So basically, if I see anyone that you're paying Facebook, I'm judging you. If I notice anyone, because you'll be able to tell, I'm assuming like this person is a paid.
What do you do if the person that owes you money?
That's not gonna happen.
Has a verification.
It's not going away. I don't believe that. I mean, it's possible. I think I'm too old for that. Like, there's no one in my age, like in my friend group, that's gonna be in that space. But listen, I'm sure that there's some kind of value for it. But like, at this point, how much can you get pimped by social media? Like they're already taking all of your data, following everything you do, like fishing the heck out of you. You know, they're already making you pay for marketing when they could easily disseminate everyone's information without a problem. And now you're going to just like...
You're paying for...
You're just going to give them money? Like, it's gone too far.
For a blue check mark that... And nobody... No joke.
But you get customer service now. Did you see that?
Yo, you get customer service?
What is customer service? Like, you get immediate help from some robot. I don't know. But, like, it's not like you're going to call Facebook and, you know... Mike's going to pick up the phone and be like, hey, sorry about your problem with that streaming. Let me help you out right here. It's not going to happen. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, these guys, you got some nerve.
$11.99 if you sign up via internet browser. Or $14.99 if purchased through a Meta iOS app.
They are pimping.
$15?
I mean, maybe if you're a big business, you give them your little $11, but ain't no way. It's just, there's a line.
Doesn't Twitter, I think Twitter is charging.
And someone's going to argue that it's a good thing to do, but no way. There's a line.
You guys heard about the Temple police officer that was killed over the...
Condolences to his family. Like, we don't, like, just obviously, you know?
Right.
It's a terrible thing, and we don't condone violence in any form. And in as much as we have and will continue to criticize officers when they need to be criticized, like, we love people, period. And we have officers in our family, and I think that anyone, I mean, you know more so than me, and your mom, I'm sure, you know, at a certain time was constantly probably worried about your dad coming home safe. So we understand that it's a dangerous job, and condolences to that family. You don't want that to ever happen. It's the worst call you can get.
Yeah. So, sending love. The Roots picnic lineup was announced, which I have never been to, and I feel like every year I want to go, I'm busy.
So, I don't want to be negative from the rip, but aren't we all kind of like, what is going to happen with Lauryn Hill?
Oh, well, I can say we both know people who are directly connected to her band. And what I can say and can confirm, she has been doing rehearsal after rehearsal after rehearsal.
Okay, hold on. I mean, I guess you're not going to keep it a bean on Lauren right now, aren't you? But that's fine. You don't have to. I will say this. Number one, I listened to that album an incredible amount of time. I spent so much time with that because it's a masterpiece of an album. And at the end of the day, I love that creation of art. It's fantastic. It's timeless. I will always enjoy it. But she has a history now of being a little flighty. And I hope that it works out for all the people who are going to spend good money for this concert. Because quite frankly, I sing with someone very much who worked with her directly. And that's a large part of why I have concerns about how things will go. But I hope it goes well. Because if she's on her game, it'll be spectacular. And if not, people are going to waste their money. And that's not cool.
Well, that's why she's the last one.
Oh.
Because at least everyone will be drunk enough, will have found their booze,
but don't mess
will have
with Philly.
bought everything.
Don't play with Philly. Them people wild, and I respect their gangster. So yeah.
So we got Diddy and the Roots. That is very interesting.
That's gonna. I really do. I'm very because listen, Diddy can perform. Like he's a like, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll get hype.
I'll be honest, I don't know that. Like, I'm not a Diddy fan. Like, I think he's funny, but I don't.
Like, I think he's entertaining.
Okay.
You know, and I'm very interested to see what he can do with the Roots band, and I'm sure they're working it out to a very fine detail. So I'm interested to know how that goes. I'm not gonna be there to see it, but I'm interested to see how that goes.
You've got Dave Chappelle. No. Instantly, I need to get tickets.
That's my only like that right there. You know what I mean?
I need to get tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to be backstage.
'Cause he's so good.
Let me tell you something. I would love 20 minutes with him to see if I can match his funny. Or, like, not match his funny, but, like, have a conversation and make him laugh.
That I think you could do.
I want to go back and forth enough where I can make him laugh and he makes me laugh.
Well, I think you can pull
But
that off.
a part of me feels like I might embarrass myself. So.
But because you're going to be trying, you got to just,
Right.
you got to just bust it up.
So, like, I wonder, are we compatible funny? Like, you know how some people are just so hilarious and then
well,
you
who knows how he
talk
is
to
in
them?
real life too? He might be a grumbly old,
Right.
curmudgeon. He might not be. You don't know.
A what?
Curmudgeon. Just like a mean old man. Sorry.
This is episode 3. Episode 3 with another word. Another word.
Everyone knows the word curmudgeon. Don't stop. I'm telling you, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, Reese's Pieces. Don't do that. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Don't.
That's what you can't just say curmudgeon. You got curmudgeon.
Well, that you can do. That works. That
You
works.
need no curmudgeon.
Yeah. But yeah. That I'll take that.
You have Lil Uzi Vert from Philly. I mean, that's a given. Ari Lennox. She's grown on me. She has grown on me. That Shea Butter Baby thing, that grew on me. Lucky Day. Love him.
Yeah, they sold the flyer. If there's someone you want to break down.
Is there something you want to talk about?
No.
Because obviously.
No, I mean, I can put it back up here. Keep going.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's so rude. Glorilla. Oh God. Jay can't stand.
No, that's not true. It's just I don't have
The
it.
Isley Brothers.
There we go. Well, no, it's not. I don't think it's like that. But
Oh no, it's somebody. The Soul Aquarians icon set. Isley Brothers. Okay.
yeah.
Kindred the Family Soul. Love them. Listen.
Yeah,
This is a really good lineup.
yeah.
Like, there's so many. We're going to have to go. We got to go. We got to talk to somebody we know. I want to get backstage. What would I wear? Okay. Jay has some things he wants to talk about. I guess you can talk about. I don't know, whatever.
What do you mean?
You have some things.
What was the stuff I sent you?
Busta Butt.
Yeah. So did anyone see? Buster Rhymes was coming off.
He went like this.
He
was like this. Go, touch my knee. Touch.
So.
Don't touch my butt.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? I'm a man. Don't touch my butt. You pig. I'm a grown man.
So he
You
had.
know who I am.
He has every right to react as he did. Like, he has every right. And I know a lot of people applaud him because, yeah, if you can do it to us, we can do it to you. You know, I mean, she violated him for sure.
I'm so violated.
Like,
Give me that.
my only concern, like, if I was walking somewhere and someone grabbed my...
You violated me.
Someone grabbed my tuchus, the main concern that the person is going to have is my wife. Like, I'm just going to be like, ooh, okay, I might laugh, I might giggle, but, like, your problem is going to be Lisa.
They would be like, ooh.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's okay. It wasn't okay.
It wasn't okay.
She shouldn't do that. I'm going to get myself in trouble.
I didn't see the video. How did he throw the drink? Like, how
He,
did...
turned around and was like, bam!
Oh,
like,
so it was like a...
Oh, yeah,
like
it was a hard, like, it was a violent drink
Did he
throw.
go, Did he...
You brute. Listen, I love Busta Bus, and he had every right to be mad. But that wouldn't have been my reaction. It's not okay.
He should have been like this.
We're gonna get in trouble for this. Someone's infuriated right now, and I'm okay with that, quite frankly. I'm actually perfectly okay with anyone being infuriated by this because...
I didn't do it right. Hold on.
Because it's going to separate certain people
Wait.
who just shouldn't be watching us in the first
You ready?
place.
Hold on.
But listen.
Wait, watch. Is that a smolder? Ooh. Get off me, you pig.
Because at the same time, however you slice it, even if he did that reaction, anytime a man gets his butt grabbed, he's like, and I know that all the woke mob is like, Nah, I was once accosted by a woman and I felt I violated and I was offended. Okay, I understand. I'm not knocking you. If you were offended, you were offended and you have a right to be offended. But here's a difference. Guys don't deal with that. Men have a problem with aggression in general, and we are generally bigger and stronger. So if I decide to just grab a woman, she has a very real reason to feel like she's needs some help.
There's a big difference. I mean,
But-
I'm gonna be honest. Anytime so I can count 2 times where my little tuchus was grabbed, and one was by this business owner in Wilmington, this older gentleman, and child, I had to wait till we got all the way down Market Street before I told my dad because it was about to be over. And I just remember like slowly backing away from him because we were a little too close to an enclosed space, and I was like, "Ooh, this is not." And this was before I was married.
Listen, I'll put it to you like this.
The other time I was at a club and I didn't know who did it. It was so many.
I'll put it to you like this.
It could have been a woman.
And I'm not being cocky. Okay? I'm giving you 2 different scenarios. Now, well, maybe a few actually. But I'll say this. Over the course of my life, I have been groped several times by women. And pretty much every time I've kind of giggled about it. Like it's funny. Like it's fine. Like I don't care.
Do the giggle.
What
was that?
I was trying to make up a giggle and I started giggling. Now, and no. So every time it's happened to me, I've been like, I didn't care at all. Like,
But what did they do? Was it a tuck one?
And even now, no, it's been a tuck, it's been a grab, and I'll tell you now, the older these people get, listen, some of these older women, like once you get past like 50 and they got nothing to lose, they just like it's like, boy, all bets are off. Like, I mean, it didn't get crazy, but it's just like, hey, babe, and this like, okay, all right, my mom.
If I'm gonna be bold enough to grab a man's butt, I'm gonna make sure I get up in there.
And I'm telling you, like, it's almost funny to me because I don't feel threatened. Now, here's the flip one, right? Here's the flip side. Here's the difference, because I've experienced the difference. This is what it is to be a woman. I am with my roommate and best friend at the time from Morehouse. He's a lot bigger than me. We can both fight, okay? We can both fight. We've fought before. Like, I know he can fight. He knows I can fight. We can fight. We're both walking down the street, the 2 of us together, in the middle of Freaknik at night. And a car full of about at least 4 to 6 very big, strong-looking gay men catcalled us and you best believe I didn't say nothing back because I know ding dang well that because they were drunk, like they're being aggressive because they're being overly aggressive and being disrespectful. And if we'd have been like, yo, and said all the things, we'd have got our asses whooped. And we knew to just shut our mouth. And that was one of the first times that I really understood at a younger age. I was like, oh man, this is what women have to deal with all the time. There's a difference. And I'll leave it at that. Busta had every right to do what he did. Bruh. You that man. You know that. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I'll stop. Somebody's mad right now, but it's okay.
In closing.
Yep.
Keep your hands to yourself. Don't be grabbing, groping, touching, poking nobody that you don't know.
That's true.
That may or may not want you to do any of those things.
That's absolutely true. There's
Stick
no
to
arguing
your
that.
person. Okay? And if you feel like you can't control yourself, leave the room.
Yeah.
Simply put.
No, I can dig it. 100%.
But again, if I was going to grope a man,
you're gonna do it. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Hold my phone.
Let me get you something to grope.
Wait, I need something to put my hair back.
Here's a nice little cheek. You know what I'm saying?
Put my hair up real quick.
Hold on, we got on the camera. Here's the cheek.
Hit the
All
mic.
Here's the cheek. Get that thing. Ooh.
So y'all know how Ishmael living.
Man, getting violated on a daily basis.
You married me, you know what it is.
And he can't do that. Like he can, but it's like it's a different thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, exactly.
Oh God, we gotta grow up. We really have to grow up.
Yeah.
Raquel Welch.
Yeah, she passed away. Yeah, she died.
Huh?
Yeah, she died just 2-3 days ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and you know.
You didn't put that in the notes. You just put her name.
I didn't expect that you would know. It's okay. Sorry. Listen, she is an icon of beauty. I don't care what your preference is. You know, listen. She was and is. She is an icon, and the epitome of classic Hollywood beauty. Like, I remember my granddad even was like, with her. It's just, you know, it's a loss. And for me, I mean, I'm not even from that generation, but I love that old school Hollywood level of glamour and beauty and sexiness that doesn't cross the line. You know what I'm saying? Because she was as bad as anybody. And you could tell that she was showing off, but for some reason, she was always able to do it in a classy way. And, you know, leaving, you know, all the racial things out of it, it's just, I would like to see, I guess I'm getting older. I've done my fair share. I've been to Luke shows. I've seen all of the raunchiness. I've enjoyed it. And I love that way of showing off. It's just a perfect way of doing it. And she's a loss. And you know, rest in peace. She's an icon. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
My phone died,
Okay.
but I do remember my Florida Man headline.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You want to talk about? Did you see? Before, you want to wait to get to that?
What?
So did you see any of the things? I was going back to the Super Bowl actually, but Rihanna. Did you see any of the things where they were suggesting that she was actually shouting out "Yay" with some of the stuff?
If she was, why is that a problem?
I didn't say it was a problem.
Oh.
I didn't say it was a problem. I just think it was.
I saw a lot of things about her halftime.
Okay, are we done with that?
No, I'm just saying, like, I swear, people can't just watch. Can y'all just watch stuff? My God.
Well, I will say this. In as much as I wasn't like a huge fan of the show, you know, at the same time, she has a certain genius for getting attention. You know, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
Yes.
Like, that's her job. And between the Vogue cover with like,
oh my
she
God.
has just used, she is the master of leveraging opportunities to the best that you can. Like, the way that she put together, she used the Super Bowl and timed it with the pregnancy and the Vogue magazine and all these things. It's business genius, you know what I mean?
That's what happens when you hire a good team.
Listen, and that's the part about her that I love, you know? Like, I know I'm not going to, you know, get a Chris Stapleton vocal, you know, experience, but the way that she walks through life and leverages opportunities to the best way possible, she's really fantastic at it, and it's really cool to see.
A good celebrity will do just that.
And then, if you think about the idea that for whatever reason, I'm not judging any of this, that on the low, she may have been shouting out Ye for what he's done in terms of fashion and stuff like that. Pretty slick.
What do you do?
I'm not saying I like it, but like they were showing the outfits and the glasses, and it was like, it would be hard to imagine that it was coincidental.
There? Where was it? Arizona?
Arizona's not cold in Arizona.
No.
It's Arizona. It's Arizona.
I don't know. I don't know what that
Arizona.
means. Okay.
By Texas.
It's February.
It's-
Oh, it's cold in February. And what? There was snow in Texas a little bit ago.
Want to check the temperature in Texas right now?
You know what? See, what you're not gonna do.
I'm just
telling
saying.
you, every episode
Oh,
you get closer and closer.
Sorry, yeah.
Jesus. So, the Florida Man, 2 EMTs were called out to
We have to create a Florida Man like Florida Man.
bring down somebody do that.
So imagine that. Florida Man. And I don't know.
Oh my God. 2 EMTs were called out for a 65-year-old man who was having heart failure. They pronounced him dead and left the scene, waited for the fire people to come. Fire people got there, and the man was alive. The man was fully alive.
Maybe he took some vibranium.
The fire department said that they immediately removed the 2 EMTs.
Oh my gosh.
But they pronounced him
Oh
dead
my
and left his body.
gosh.
And there was a 28
What if he
minute
really
lapse.
died and he came back to life? He could have. That's certainly possible.
In 28, how he gonna come back to life? How he gonna come back to life?
I don't know. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
They came up in there and they said, you know how when you
I wish I was there to hear what the EMTs like. Oh, huh?
They probably was like this.
Oh.
He did. Come on, let's go to Bill's. Let's go get a beer. And I'm sure they probably did what people do with the babies, the newborn babies, when they just peek in to see if they breathing. And then they left. And that was it. Trifling. Left this 65-year-old man hanging on by the thread of life for the firemen to come him.
How alive was he when they came back? Was he like, hey, somebody give me some help? Like, was he
No.
just sitting up? Or they detected his vitals? Like, hey, man.
They
hey.
checked his vitals.
and then
And then they took him to the hospital. But my thing is, you're an EMT. You're supposed to check vitals.
Like, was he up sitting scratching his head? Like, oh, man, I don't know what happened.
I bet you know
how'd I
what?
get here?
You know what? Sometimes old people think they're having heart attacks. It's really gas.
It's vibranium. He took the vibranium.
That gas vibranium through his body and woke him up. That's how he came back to life.
Okay.
This is terrible.
I love Florida, man.
So, I feel like I want to do more out. I feel like we've talked about this. We haven't really been out lately because it's cold and because we're living life. But I really want y'all to know we want to be at everything, right? We want to be talking about all the events and things. So please know if we don't show up to something, it's not because we don't want to be there. It's because we're both parents. We both work full time. We both have to figure out how to take care of ourselves. Jay does it a lot better than I do. But please know we love everyone and we love what y'all are doing. We see what you are doing. And we want to be able to big up everybody. But don't feel slighted if we don't mention you. Don't feel slighted if we don't show up to your events. It's just the two of us, you know? And sometimes I feel like people forget that.
No, I didn't expect you to say that, but I get it. You know, this show that we do Monday nights will become more regular over time. But this is like the mothership, right? And eventually we're going to get to a point where we don't have full-time jobs, and this will be the full-time job.
Right.
So right now, you know, we're doing the best we can with the time that we have, and we're going to be at a whole lot more, especially as it gets warmer out.
Yes.
But just hold tight.
Hold on.
Hold your horse, hold your mule.
Hold your mule.
And you will almost for sure see us out and about somewhere. And that is from, you know, the top of the state all the way down to Selbyville. Selbyville. So we look forward to seeing everybody in this state over, you know, the next year. Yeah.
And you'll be seeing changes, you know, little changes here and there. As usual, I feel like we have these conversations with y'all every couple months, but I just want y'all to be reminded, like, we're growing. And we can't do that without y'all. We can't do that without viewership. We can't do that without people liking and sharing and commenting. You know, we have our regular people who comment and share, and we thank y'all so much. And we have the people who may not comment but watch all the time. You know, and we truly thank you for that because it means so much.
One of the things, we're off on a tangent, but I'm fine with it. One of the things that I'm enjoying personally about the show right now is even though people don't see all the small changes every time, like it's one of those things where it's like every day there's a different improvement in some capacity. Even tonight, we can talk about this a little bit and then we should probably get out of here. But I got a call from Nadj earlier today with Ish saying, you know, do this to your lighting. And
because he said, y'all niggas is yellow.
But that really, that has been a problem. But the issue is not just having a bright light shining on us. We got to the point where we had enough lights to have us visible in this space. But now you can start to get more granular and break down more specific things, like what kind of lighting do you have? And so he suggested butterfly / Paramount lighting. I was like, I don't know what that is. And I looked it up, and we couldn't achieve it for today's show. We got a little bit closer to it, but there are other technical things that get in the way. But it's really interesting and cool for me to learn about this stuff over time. And my point in saying all this is that hold your mule, because eventually, if you go back 2 years or a year, you be like, oh wow, wow, that was.
We're going to have to reshare that one picture.
It did change. You know what I mean? It really did. And it's like one of those. It's like how life works. Like you see a person grow and you might not see the daily changes, but all of a sudden 5 years later it's a different person.
Right.
And that's how this is moving, and we're happy to move that way.
And listen, I need y'all to make sure that you are complimenting Jay on all his technical abilities, because
shut your mouth.
I'm telling you, I can't take no more phone calls with him telling me what he doing, because
I'm genuinely excited about it. I have no one to talk to about, but it's funny.
I don't want anyone to be me. I don't want that no one to be me, because I don't. It's not my thing. Mm-hmm. We love you. We love you for watching. Have a wonderful week.
Evening.
Make sure you tag us and what's going on. Send us messages. Mm-hmm. If you get them chocolate eggs, them Reese Cup eggs, just give me a call. DM me. Let me know what's up. Okay.
See y'all.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.